Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Full-time MMA?
MMA,
Nothing
yeah.
else?
My life, man, yeah.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
And the violent Bob Ross painted another masterpiece. Not quite as masterful as his performance on The Ultimate Fighter Season 27 before he was injured and forced off the show, but still a beautiful win for the violent Bob Ross tonight, as he was able to showcase his striking and his submission skills when he locked in the guillotine, he called it. He said he learned that guillotine from Joe Giannetti on The Ultimate Fighter Season 27, so he wanted to call it the guillotine, but that's how he was able to defeat Richie Smullen, the Team SBG product who had John Kavanagh in his corner, who was doing a great job coaching before the fight was finished by the violent Bob Ross. There was a point where the violent Bob Ross was like going for what looked like a triangle attempt, but it was more like locking up, maybe an armbar attempt. He didn't really look like Richie Smullen was threatened to be submitted, but it was kind of like a rubber guard somewhat for the violent Bob Ross. And John Kavanagh was like, let him do that. He's going to burn out his legs. And it's like Luis Pena heard that, like, yeah, I probably am. Let me let this go. And he let it go that position, and then he was able to get the fight back to his feet, which is where he really wanted the fight. And he was able to knock down Richie Smullen with I believe like it was 3 shots. You see the straight left right there, and then he also landed a right hook, I believe, which is actually the shot that did the damage that knocked over Richie Smullen. He ate 2 shots and you could tell he was wobbled, and then the last right hook, I believe it is, that knocked Richie Smullen down, and that's where the violent Bob Ross went for the guillotine. He locked it up and Richie Smullen was forced to tap shortly after. So Luis Pena with the first round submission win after getting a knockdown in his UFC debut. And in Bob Ross fashion, he said, unity, baby, one world, let's all come together. So he's definitely living up to the gimmick, I would say, the violent Bob Ross. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely violent. He was able to get a finish, a knockdown, a submission, but at the same time come out on this peace, love, and positivity tip on the microphone. So super dope performance from the violent Bob Ross. I'll definitely be looking forward to his next fight in the UFC. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And before we go, shout out to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. Make sure you also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to become a full-time MMA blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, or black belt, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/fulltimemma. I'm out.
Da 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 da! It's the motherfucking DOWG!